Today I'd like to talk about soil texture triangles. And so we're going to learn how to use a soil texture triangle to determine the type of soil that we have. So first of all, we're going to take these percentages and we're going to use this triangle. And these numbers are really handy because they're at the angle of the line that pertains to that one. Because sometimes I would get confused, like, is it left, right? And then I realized it's like this. So if you have 20, for example, you would be going down that way. And if you had 80 clay, you would go that way. And if you had 20 sand, you would go up this line. So that's kind of how we're going to do our soil texture triangle. That's how we're going to figure it out. So I'm going to go ahead and erase this so we can start with our actual sample. So we have 50% sand. Let me see if I can find a color that will show up here, but is also maybe a little darker for this triangle. 25% clay, and again, I'm going to try maybe a darker green, just a little bit, and 25% silt. Okay, so I'm going to start with my sand, and I'm going to go 50%, and I'm going to move up here like this. And I'm just going to draw a line across because I don't really know where they're going to meet. Then I'm going to do my clay, and that's over here, and it's 25, so it's going to be halfway between 20 and 30. And since these are horizontal, I'm going to just go like this. And then our silt is 25%. So that's going to be, again, halfway between 20 and 30, and we're going to go at this angle. Okay. So you can see that all of our numbers meet right here. Let me see if I can find a better color. So all of our numbers meet right here, and that's in the sandy clay loam box. So our sandy clay loam box is this. Okay, everything in this area. Okay. So since where we meet is within the sandy clay loam, our soil is sandy clay loam. Okay, so now let's try another one. And when we do this one, what I'd like is for you to kind of try it, pause the video, try it, and then come back and watch me do it and see if you have the right answer. So we're going to start again, and we're going to do so 35% sand, 35% clay, and 30% silt. So I'm going to start with my sand, and that's going to be halfway between 30 and 40, and we're going to be at this angle. So I'm just going to go through here, and I'm going to keep the words open just in case I need that one. And then we have 35% clay. So that's going to be horizontal right here because that's where these numbers are. And it looks like these might actually hit right here. So I'll leave that. I'll kind of do that. And then our silt is going to be 35. So that's going to be at this angle, just like the numbers. And we're going to come right through here. Or 30, sorry. Oh my goodness. And you see how I noticed that I made up an error? The way I was able to notice that is I was like, wait a second, these aren't all going to meet in the same spot, so I must be doing something wrong. So if you find something out like that, like you're doing something wrong, they're not going to meet all in the same spot, then you know that you've done something wrong. So that's a good way to kind of test and just kind of check yourself. So right here, all of ours meet in this clay loam box, and I'm going to kind of outline this clay loam box like this, so you can see kind of where it is because it's kind of hard to see. Okie dokie. So this one was clay loam. Did you get it right? Okay, now let's try the third one. Again, what I'd like you to do is I'd like you to pause the video, try it yourself, and then start the video again and watch me do it and make sure that you did it, that you got it right. So let's get started. So the first one is a soil sample with 30% sand. And then we have 45% clay and 25% silt. So I'm going to do my sand again, and it's 30, and the numbers are going this way, so I'm just going to go through here. And I just made these numbers up when I made these practice problems, so they may all be the same type of clay. I don't really know. Like I said, I just made it up. And so this one is sandy loam, it's going through the sandy loam. And then we have the 25% silt. So I'm going to go at this angle because the numbers are at this angle. And I'm just going to go straight through here. Okay, so in this one, we are in the clay. Okay, because this right here, everything in here is considered clay in this box. And there are some soil texture triangles that have colors on them, but on the AP exam, it's unlikely that you'll get a colored soil texture triangle. So I like working with the black and white ones, because then if I see a black and white one on the AP exam, I know how to use it. I have experience with that. I'm not kind of handicapped by using that that colored triangle. Okay, so since we're in this clay, our soil is just considered clay. And this is because it's got so much clay in it. Okay, so did you get it right? If not, kind of think about what you got wrong and we can try it again.